friends, this is Dr. Saurabh. I'm based in Warsaw. I came in Poland since last 3 years back, and almost I have practiced quite nice number of my Polish patients about my science. So let's talk about first what is this science I am practicing for, okay? The first thing is this science is called Ayurveda. The Ayurveda is a branch of one of the biggest and ancient technique of the world of the healing techniques. They say about more than 3000 years back the science has been developed. Let's say basic of Ayurveda. As you see, this name itself shows your Sanskrit name. Ayur means your life, and the Veda means the science. The science which talks about all the life, it is called Ayurveda. The basic of the science hidden in the nature, because the nature have five types: space element, air element, fire element, water and earth element. So with these five elements, our body is made up of some three basic elements. They are called Vata, Pitta and Kapha. Let's say, for example, in this moment, if the conceptions happens, the sperms and ovum connections happens from the two people to the parents, and this is one of the biggest reason for the baby's origin. If the conception happens for now, in this moment, the baby will be air element because we are sitting in the winter time and outside is very windy. If it happens in the midnight raining very heavily, the baby will be water element. If it happens in the tropical country like India, the fire, the baby will be dominant of the fire. Also, it depends upon the dominant factor from the father and the mother. For example, the person who is dominant with the fire constitution and the mother, the girl will be fire woman, they can always have the possibility to have the fire baby. So it's very simple logic. It is as good as understanding about your blood group. We have different types of blood group: A positive, B positive, AB positive. So like this, everybody have some basic constitution called Vata, Pitta, Kapha. It means air element, fire element and water element. Air type, fire type and water type. So let's say this is the basics of this Ayurveda. Why we should understand this? What is your needs? So the second principle of this Ayurveda says, what manufacture your body has made up of, your mind has made up of, you have to live that kind of life and you have to eat that kind of food. Because food is something that important, the biggest things which gives you energy. If you eat the different kinds of food, what is not suitable according to your constitution, you might definitely going to have a disbalance of your constitution. Is that making very serious and simple? Yes. Now, what is exactly the need of implement this science in Poland? So in other words, let's talk about Polish Ayurveda. I always was very much curious to understanding about the nature of the Poland, the nature of the Polish people, and honestly speaking, I found very interesting, and I am very happy to practice in Poland. Let's start with the earth, the soil. The Polish soil, the land of the Poland is air. We say the Vata Desha. Means there are maximum time within 12 months, there are 8 months, we have the winter time, isn't it? Rest, other things, we have some kind of nice weather in the summertime, some hot weather. But maximum we call scientifically the Poland is air land. That's why the air energy is more, you can see, dominating factor in Poland. That's why scientifically the air kind of people you will find more out of fire or water. This makes very sense. For example, so many people, they often have the cold hands, cold legs, dry skins, dry eyes, dry hairs. So this is nothing but not the pathological problems, but it's a completely physiological problems. What is exactly the problem happening? If you don't know your constitution, either you're fire or water or air, you don't know what kind of food you should eat, and exactly, ultimately you are going to disbalance your dosha called air, fire and water, and ultimately it's the first stage of having the serious disease. I will give some example scientifically. When this air, for example, let's take of the air. Air type of people, if they are eating so much beans or chickpeas, they're going to have a serious problem in their joints called the osteoarthritis, osteoporosis. For example, other example, the kapha, the water element people, if they eat so much gluten or cheese or yogurt, they're going to have some serious problem with their pancreas. In other words, we call the disbalance of the sugar. So you see, your constitution, your body type and your food and your lifestyle is connected. So, my friends, the most important thing, talking about Polish Ayurveda, we are sitting in the air land and we need to know how to balance this air and our constitution. If you're born as a fire constitution, so there are different kinds of herbs you can follow to balance this air factor. If itself you born as an air constitution, so you will need to have a little bit more care about yourself to balance your air, because what is inside, what is outside, it is always multiply, simple mathematics. So there are different types of things I'm practicing. For example, yoga, meditation, some different types of herbs we are practicing to understand your constitution and just use this day-to-day life and implement this and stay free from the different types of diseases. So this is how much we will talk. It will be more curious, but I would like to share you this simple examinations, like simple experience of my life. I'm sitting in Warsaw for next minimum 1 year, so you are welcome to have this opportunity for the consultations. See you soon. Bye bye.